Okay, just imagine this for a second. What if you had one single cleaning bottle that could cut the grease on your car engine, clean the grime off your floors, and be safe enough to wash the plates you eat off of? Sounds kind of impossible, right? Well, today we're going to dig into the strategy behind making this a real thing. And you might be surprised to find out the answer isn't some magic new chemical. It's a completely new way of thinking.
So here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with the cleaning dilemma we all know too well. Then we'll look at why the market is basically begging for a change. After that, we dive into the chemical tug-of-war, uncover the super clever solution, and finally, figure out how on earth you sell an idea that is this simple, yet this revolutionary.
All right, first up, the everyday dilemma. This really gets to the heart of why most of us have like a dozen different cleaning bottles crammed under the kitchen sink.
I mean, seriously, think about it. Would you really use the same stuff to wash your car and then turn around and use it on your dinner plates? It just sounds wrong, doesn't it? And that question, right there, perfectly sets up the massive challenge we're trying to solve.
So what are we really up against here? Well, there are three huge problems. First, you've got surface compatibility. The cleaner has to be gentle enough not to strip your car's paint, but tough enough for grimy tiles. Second, and this one is the biggie, food safety. It has to leave absolutely zero toxic junk on your forks and plates. And that leads right into the third problem, what we're calling the strong but safe paradox. How do you make one liquid that's powerful enough for engine grime, but perfectly safe for a dinner plate?
So yeah, it's a really tough nut to crack. But here's the thing. This isn't just a fun thought experiment. Solving this problem matters a lot, and it matters right now. Because the market isn't just ready for this, it's actively screaming for it.
See, this whole idea isn't just coming out of nowhere. There are these three massive consumer trends, these mega trends, that are all crashing together at the same time, creating, well, the perfect storm for exactly this kind of solution to emerge.
And if you look at why people want this, the data is crystal clear. Almost half of the motivation, a whopping 45%, is just pure convenience. People want that one bottle that does it all. Then you've got another huge chunk, 35%, driven by eco-friendliness. People want stuff that's safe for their family and the planet. And finally, the last 20%, it's our crazy fast-paced lives. We just need things to be quick and easy.
And you can already see this playing out in what we're all buying. The demand for multi-purpose cleaners is through the roof. More and more people are reaching for non-toxic, kitchen-safe formulas. And you're seeing these concentrated liquids getting super popular because they're just more efficient. But here's the one thing that never changes. No matter what, it still has to be amazing at cutting through grease. That's non-negotiable.
Okay, so this brings us to the real heart of the matter, the formulation face-off. This is where the science gets super interesting. It's basically a chemical showdown between two needs that are pulling in completely opposite directions.
And this is the core conflict laid bare. In one corner, you have the car cleaner. We're talking strong, aggressive, industrial-strength chemicals built to dissolve engine grime. And in the other corner, dish soap. It has to be food safe, it can't leave residue, it's got to be gentle on your hands. I mean, these are two totally different universes, trying to do two completely opposite jobs.
So, the key takeaway here is that you can't just split the difference. It's not about making a slightly stronger dish soap or a slightly weaker car cleaner. The research is clear. These needs are in direct conflict. And that means you need something more than just a new recipe. You need a really, really smart formulation.
And that brings us to the breakthrough moment. And I absolutely love the subtitle here. It's not the liquid, it's the logic. This is where everything clicks into place. We're pivoting from the problem to a truly elegant solution. So here it is, the big reveal. The secret to making this all work isn't some brand new miracle molecule that can magically do everything at once. No, the real innovation here is a new system. And that system is called a dilution system. You know, it's a beautifully simple concept when you think about it. You start with one super concentrated base liquid, and then, just by mixing it with different amounts of water, you can create a whole range of different solutions, each with its own specific strength.
So how does this actually work? Well, it's a simple 3-in-1 system. For that heavy-duty car cleaning, you make a strong mix. That means more concentrate and less water. For your general household stuff, like countertops, you use a balanced medium mix, and for your dishes, you use a mild mix, mostly water with just a tiny bit of that concentrate. And that dilution is what makes it completely food safe. It solves the paradox. It's one bottle that gives you 3 totally different cleaners. Genius.
Okay, so the system is brilliant. We've got that figured out.
But a great invention is totally useless if nobody gets it. And that brings us to our final piece of the puzzle: selling simplicity. How do you actually explain this to people and make them want it?
At the end of the day, you can have the smartest solution in the world, but if you can't explain it with a simple, powerful message, it's just not going to connect. That message has to hook directly into all those needs we were talking about earlier.
And this is it. This is the message that ties the whole strategy together. One liquid for car, home, and dishes, powerful, safe, and convenient. It's short, it's clean, and it makes a huge promise right up front.
Now let's just quickly break down why this is so dang effective. One liquid, bam, that hits on that huge consumer need for convenience. Powerful, that reassures you it's tough enough for your car. Safe, that immediately answers the #1 worry about using it on your dishes. And convenient just reinforces that all-in-one benefit again. See? Every single word in that sentence is doing some heavy lifting.
And that really leaves us with one final big question to chew on. This whole strategy is about so much more than just a cleaning product. It makes you wonder, what if the future of great products isn't about giving us more and more choices, but about creating smarter, more elegant systems that just let us do more with less? Something to think about.